What is professionalism in the workplace? Professionalism in the workplace goes beyond wearing a suit or showing up on time. It's about how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how seriously you take your responsibilities. At its core, professionalism means being respectful, reliable, and competent. Whether you're working at a corporate office, a hospital, or a construction site, professionalism builds trust, maintains workplace harmony, and contributes to personal and team success. It shows up in simple things: showing up prepared, communicating clearly, and staying accountable. Professionals don't just meet expectations, they exceed them. They stay calm under pressure, handle criticism with grace, and focus on solutions rather than complaints. Even in casual workplaces, professionalism matters. It's not about being stiff or robotic. It's about showing that you care about your work, your team, and the company's mission. And that energy, it spreads. It builds a culture where people feel safe, valued, and inspired to do their best. Key traits of a professional. So, what does professionalism actually look like day to day? First off, reliability. Being someone people can count on. Showing up on time, meeting deadlines, and doing what you say you're going to do. Then there's communication. Professionals know how to express themselves clearly and respectfully. They listen actively, ask good questions, and handle conflict without letting it get personal. Another key trait? Emotional intelligence. Professionals can read the room. They manage their emotions, respect boundaries, and don't let drama get in the way of results. Then there's accountability, owning your actions and learning from mistakes instead of blaming others. Appearance matters too. You don't have to dress like a CEO, but being clean, presentable, and following the company dress code shows that you take pride in your role. Lastly, there's integrity, doing the right thing even when no one's watching. It's about staying ethical, being honest, and treating everyone with fairness and respect. How to develop and maintain professionalism. Professionalism isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Start by observing people you respect at work. How do they speak, act, and react? What habits do they have that earn them respect? Emulate those traits. Stay organized. Set reminders, plan your day, and don't wait until the last minute. People notice when you're consistent and dependable. Be coachable. Accept feedback with humility and use it to grow. Learn from your mistakes without taking them personally. And don't stop learning. Read, take courses, ask questions. Staying sharp shows initiative. Keep your digital presence professional too. That includes emails, social media, and virtual meetings. What you post, how you write, it all adds up to your reputation. Finally, surround yourself with people who value professionalism. That energy will motivate you to level up. Remember, being professional doesn't mean being perfect. It means showing up every day with respect, effort, and integrity. Over time, it builds trust, and trust opens doors. Why professionalism impacts career growth. Professionalism is one of the most underrated keys to career growth. You could have all the skills in the world, but if you come across as unreliable, disrespectful, or careless, people hesitate to promote or recommend you. On the flip side, people who consistently show up with a professional mindset are seen as leaders, even if they don't have a leadership title yet. Managers notice when someone handles stress well, supports others, and takes ownership of their role. It signals maturity and long-term potential. Promotions, raises, new opportunities, they often go to those who are trusted, not just those who are talented. So while it's important to build skills, don't forget that your attitude, behavior, and how you treat others will either open doors or quietly close them. The role of communication in professionalism. Clear, respectful communication is a core part of professionalism. It's not just about what you say, but how and when you say it. Professionals speak with intention. They don't gossip, interrupt, or speak over others. They choose their words carefully, whether in a meeting or in a Slack message. Listening is just as important as speaking. Professionals let others finish, ask thoughtful follow-up questions, and clarify before jumping to conclusions. When conflict arises, they stay calm and focus on facts, not emotions or personal attacks. In written communication, professionals avoid slang, proofread their messages, and match the tone of their workplace. Effective communication creates trust. It keeps projects on track and builds stronger teams. The better you communicate, the more professional you'll be perceived. Respecting boundaries and workplace culture. Every workplace has its own culture, and understanding that culture is a sign of professionalism. Some offices are more formal, while others are casual, but every place has unspoken rules. Professionalism means taking the time to understand and respect those norms. That includes respecting people's time. Don't send late-night messages unless it's urgent. Don't dominate meetings. Don't overshare personal drama. It also means being mindful of space and privacy. Don't snoop, interrupt someone with headphones on, or assume your priorities are more important than theirs. Professionals read the room. They adapt to the environment and avoid behaviors that could make others uncomfortable. By respecting boundaries, you show emotional maturity, and that makes people more likely to trust and collaborate with you. Handling criticism like a pro. How you respond to criticism says a lot about your professionalism. Nobody loves being told they made a mistake, but professionals don't take it personally. They listen, thank the person giving feedback, and look for the truth in what's being said. Even if the delivery isn't perfect, professionals stay calm and avoid getting defensive. They reflect before reacting, and they don't hold grudges. They use feedback to grow, not to justify themselves. In fact, being open to constructive criticism is a leadership trait. It shows you're more focused on improving than protecting your ego. And if the criticism turns out to be off base, professionals address it respectfully, not with sarcasm or passive aggression. Taking criticism well earns respect and sets the tone for how others around you handle it too. Time management equals professionalism. Being professional means respecting time, yours and everyone else's. That means showing up when you say you will, meeting deadlines, and managing your workload without constant reminders. Professionals don't just wing it. They use calendars, set priorities, and plan ahead. They understand the difference between being busy and being effective. Good time management also means knowing when to say no. Professionals don't overpromise and underdeliver. They speak up early if something is going off track, instead of waiting until it becomes a crisis. Managing time well shows that you're reliable, self-aware, and capable of handling responsibility. It keeps stress low, builds trust, and makes your whole team more productive. Professionalism in remote work. In the world of remote work, professionalism looks a little different, but it matters just as much. It's easy to get relaxed when you're working from your bedroom, but don't let that impact your behavior. Professionals still show up on time for Zoom calls, keep their cameras and mics in check, and dress presentably when needed. They respond to messages promptly and clearly. They manage their time and update their team without being asked. They create boundaries so work doesn't bleed into personal time, and they respect their coworkers' boundaries too. Working remotely requires more trust, and professionalism is what keeps that trust strong. It shows you don't need to be watched to do great work. You hold yourself accountable no matter where you are. Leading with professionalism, even if you're not the boss. You don't need a title to lead. Professionalism is leadership in action. When you're the person who stays calm under pressure, keeps a positive attitude, and helps others succeed, people notice. You become the go-to. Professionals take initiative. They look for ways to add value without waiting to be asked. They step in to solve problems, mentor others, and uplift their team. Even in difficult moments, they don't point fingers. They focus on solutions. That's what real leaders do. And when promotions or leadership opportunities come around, guess who's first in line? The people who've already been leading quietly, consistently, and professionally. Dealing with difficult coworkers professionally. Each and every workplace has them. Coworkers who gossip, interrupt, or push your buttons. But professionals don't stoop to their level. They set boundaries without being confrontational. They keep things respectful and focused on work. If someone's behavior crosses the line, professionals document it and handle it through the right channels, not through hallway whispers or passive-aggressive comments. They know that how you react says more about you than the other person. Staying professional in tough situations keeps your reputation clean and earns you respect from people who are watching how you handle it. Because when drama rises, the most mature person in the room stands out. Professionalism and personal branding. Whether you realize it or not, you're building a personal brand every day at work. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? Are you dependable? Respectful? Sharp? Professionalism is what shapes that narrative. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Being someone people can trust, work with, and recommend. Even outside of work, your online presence matters. What you post, how you comment, how you represent yourself, it all feeds into your professional identity. A strong personal brand built on professionalism can open doors you didn't even know existed. It attracts mentors, collaborators, and opportunities that match your level of excellence. Long-term benefits of professionalism. Professionalism isn't just about making a good impression, it's about building a foundation for long-term success. It creates a reputation that follows you from job to job, project to project. People remember how you made them feel, how you handled stress, and how you carried yourself in both the highs and the lows. Professionals often get referred for new opportunities, invited to higher-level meetings, or trusted with sensitive projects. Over time, it compounds. Professionalism isn't always flashy, but it's powerful. It builds networks, opens doors, and earns you allies in places you didn't expect. It's one of the best investments you can make in your career. Final thoughts on professionalism. Professionalism isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up consistently, with integrity, respect, and a mindset of growth. It's not just what you do, it's how you do it. Whether you're new to the workforce or leading a team, professionalism will always set you apart. It builds trust, strengthens your reputation, and opens doors you didn't even know existed. It's what turns coworkers into collaborators, jobs into careers, and work into purpose. So ask yourself, how do you want to be remembered in the workplace? Your habits, your attitude, and how you treat people all contribute to that answer. Thanks for watching. If this helped you reflect or added value to your journey, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Let's keep growing, professionally and personally. Until next time, stay focused, stay grounded, and stay professional.